this computer. So looking at the weekly of gold, we can clearly see a consolidation. When she swept below, she found her way up. Now she swept above. She's either going to keep coming down at least to the 50% of the consolidation or to the end, or she could take off from here. You never know, but let's see what's going on. Okay, let's come closer to the market. This is the weekly, and we still have a long way to go. So I'm just going to be deleting because I like to see a clear chart. So let's see the daily. Now, what has been happening? You know, the funny part is nobody knows what gold can be up to. You just go with the flow, all right? We'll still look at the DXY and see what the DXY is doing because we have the EU and GU to look at, all right? We have EU and GU to look at. But sometimes, from my experience, gold doesn't do what, you know, USD pairs does. Sometimes she has a mind of her own. Why? Because she's a safe haven asset, meaning people will pull their money during crisis and put it in gold, silver, okay? So that is why even when other assets that are US dollar assets are going down, gold will keep going up. Why? Because gold is a safe haven asset. So we're looking at this, we can clearly see that she's still consolidating after sweeping this high. She has not, she gave us quite a downtrend after sweeping the high, which was expected, right? She gave us quite a downtrend after sweeping the high, which was expected. Now, the question is she going to keep going low? We don't know. Is she going to keep going low or is she going to keep going high? All right. Is she going to keep going low or is she going to keep going high? We don't know. We just have to watch closely, all right, to see what's happening. Now, if we're going to watch this particular trend after the sweep of the high, if we're going to watch this particular trend after the sweep of the high, she swept the high, pulled back, and has been giving us this on a steady. So let's concentrate on what's going on here, all right? So this is top-down analysis for you. You take your time, observe what is happening. You take your time to actually observe what is happening. All right, so she's giving us a downtrend. And if you can see, you know, sorry. She's been giving us a downtrend like that. Okay. And she's finally coming here. Now, to be careful, looking at this daily, there seems to be an order block around here. All right, so I would wait for her to drop down to this particular order block, okay, before I could resume any continuous buy, to be honest. So she pulled back, she dropped here, pulled back, although she didn't touch that order block. This order block is too big. I would love to see how it looks but on the daily, this is it for you on the daily, all right? The last selling candle all the way to the week. For me, that's the way I do my order block. The last selling candle from the body of the last selling candle to the week. That's the last low where she pushed all the way down. That's my order block for me. So she didn't get into the order block, all right? She might just as well, after this pullback, decide to drop down, okay, down to this before continuing, okay, moving up, all right? This is what I see on the daily time frame. This is what I see on the daily time frame. But we have to wait. That's why I tell people, don't jump into the trade on Sundays. Take your time. Take your time. Don't jump into the trade on Sundays. All right, so we are seeing that order block on the daily. This is what we're seeing, very high time frames. Let's now look at the 4 hour. Okay. The 4 hour confirms that beauty for me. Sorry. Oh, I picked the wrong thing. It's okay. I use it. Confirms it for me. Can clearly see the downtrend. I want to see which high was higher. Yeah. So this was her pullback. And to be honest, I would want to see her. Let me use my feet to see what's happening here. She's at that zone where she could give us, she's at that zone where she could give us a sell, a serious sell back to the downside. But then remember what I taught you. You don't just take a sell on a high time frame. You don't just take a sell on a high time frame, right? You have to wait to see a reaction on this side before you enter a trade. So you want to see something like probably a heads and shoulders, an extended M to show you that she's dropping on a lower time frame. So you can even use an indicator, all right? I'm going to be teaching this to my mentees first anyways, but let's go to the 15 minutes time frame, which is where I usually take. So, looks like a bearish coming up because I can clearly see, although this is a short formed and not my style, I really want to see her break, close below here. I want to see her break, close below here, and if possible, another break. Then you get in to be sure. Although some people will not bother waiting for that. Some people will get in there and take their risk. But now, to be honest, this year has shown me I need to be more careful with the market. She's going crazy. She's not like, the market is not how it was last year. The market is not how it was last year. Okay, I just saw a fair value gap. So she's probably, and this candle looks like she's pushing down. The last 15 minutes candle before the close of the week looked like this is a bearish, you can see a wick, and then it ended as a bearish candle. So let's hope for the best. Now, you are not meant to move or prophesy where the market is going. You're meant to follow the market as she moves. Don't chase the market. Don't predict for the market where she's going. Just take your time, all right? However, looking at the 15 minutes, I like what I see with that M showing me a reversal pattern. On the 4 hour, you can clearly see that it just looks like like a small candle forming. But on the 15 minutes, we can see that she's giving us a beautiful, she's looking like she's giving us a beautiful pattern. She's already giving it to us, although she has not broken the neckline, which is what we should be careful about. She has to break that neckline. That's why I prefer to use, a line like that. Yeah, this is the neckline of that M. So she has to break it for me, all right, before I can be waiting for my trade. And for those that use RSI, you should be looking for a divergence. You should be looking for a divergence with RSI, okay? And let me see if I can show you in a minute, because I had to look for a way to show people, because not everybody can clearly see the M pattern that I was waiting for. Okay, not everybody can clearly see the M pattern. So this is why you have to show up every day, so you can see things that other people can't see. All right, so looking at that, I would want to see a divergence. So let me just escape. So let me just escape and look at, let me just get the indicator RSI. It's a very powerful indicator, to be honest. And anyways, I don't send indicators. Once I see my trade, I get in. So I want to be seeing a divergence then. So all right, I see a divergence there. So you can see RSI is showing that she's pulling down. And then you can see this is showing you it's going up. So you can, this is what they call the divergence. When it's showing opposite, then you know that a reversal is about to happen. All right, a reversal is about to happen because you can actually tell from this side that instead of looking like she's coming down, it looks like she's, going up there. So this is what I see. I see sort of a down move, but here is going up. So once you see a divergence like this, to me, I will be ready to sell gold for next week. All right, I'll be ready to sell gold for next week. But if she doesn't do that, you wait to see if she breaks above. You might want to pay attention and see if you're going to be going all the way up. All right, so that being said, that's for gold. All right, next one is GU. Let's look at GU, then we look at GJ. If you have questions, just drop it in the chat box, okay? GU, she broke my heart. I haven't looked at her in a long time, to be honest. GU did me wrong, and I just left her. She's so fast and wicked. So let's just look at it together on the monthly time frame. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful downtrend going on here. I mean, GU has this beautiful trend going down. You can clearly see. I mean, this is no brainer. Now looking at GU, she's probably pulled up to a premium price range. So if I'm going to be doing that, I'll be using my fib, and she's clearly on that zone. Look at it. It's not, she's clearly at the zone for the drop. So we don't know. Is she ready to drop? That's the question. Is she ready to drop? We don't know. So we can clearly see that on the monthly, that she's actually at the zone for a drop, and she's giving us this U-turn. I hate seeing things like this, but it's fine. Let's keep following through to see what she was trying to do here. She could easily be giving us heads and shoulders. We don't know, but let's keep looking. So we come down to the weekly. Looks good now, looks clear. So I can clearly see a heads and shoulders forming. All right, I can clearly see a heads and shoulders forming, but I'm not convinced yet. So, but this, where she is currently at a good zone on the monthly for that sell. All right, she's currently at a good zone for the sell on the monthly. All right, currently at a good zone. This looks like the right shoulder forming, but we have to be really careful not to presume where she's going. It's dangerous if she moves. Coming closer to the market, I'm just going to mark this zone so we don't miss it. We don't miss that zone, okay? I'm just going to mark that zone so we don't miss it. Clearly, she's hit that, and looks like a bit of a consolidation. Okay, since she hit that place, I see to be honest, I would be seeing on the daily time frame, looks like she's ready to keep going low. All right, looking at it from here up here, she gave me a higher high, gave me the highest high. I see my extended M even on the daily time frame. But this is where she broke the neckline. she entered into this place and looks like she's pulling down. All right. Looks like she has given me my extended M on here. This is my extended M, which is my best bet. I love my extended M more than my short form M's. Short form M's, I would like to see an extra confirmation with short form M. So she's giving me a change of character already from the top of this place on the daily time frame. Looks like a meltdown is coming, but we have to be more sure. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. All right. So there's another block here, right there. Okay, she tapped into that other block, went up again. Remember, this was your church that happened right here. This was the last high. Your church happened right here. Your church happened right here. Right? So she tapped into that other block, went back up, gave us, let's see. Ooh, this is beautiful. Because you can clearly see lower lows and lower highs as well from this top. You can clearly see lower lows and lower highs. Sorry about that. You can clearly see lower lows. Okay, and lower highs. Let me even pull it up to this last high, since this was the high that. Same thing. So looks good. Looks like on the 4-hour, she hit that zone, okay, pulled back down, gave us a pullback, and probably will keep going. So let's see. Oh, my head is clear. My head is so clear. Had a bit of a breakdown, but I'm better now. So it's almost the same height. She's giving us that pullback. She dropped down. She came here to create liquidity because she wasn't even ready to give us another low. Still tapped into this bullish order block. Okay, so I want to see what she's doing here. Okay, looks good. Looks good to me. But like I said, you don't go in just like that. You want to see a divergence, or you want to see a reversal happening on the smaller time frame. All right, you want to see a divergence or a reversal happening on the smaller time frame. So I'm just going to go on and see on the 1 hour. Let's look at the 1 hour and see what's going on. She's actually reacting there nicely. She's reacting there real nice. Let's see it on the 15 minutes. All right, it looks good. It looks so good. It looks so good. All right. So I'm looking to see a reason to sell GU from here down to this on the 15 minutes down to this zone. I want to sell her down to this zone at least, okay? Down to this zone at least. You can even see equal lows here. So looking at it, well, we are not sure. Let's pull up our RSI and see. It's the easiest way to look for that divergence, if you know what I mean. If it's the easiest way, to be honest. Okay. Doesn't look like a reversal is about to happen. She looks exactly the same. Doesn't look like she's ready. She might still go up pull up a bit before you know, before I still see, looking at this, I'll wait to see what happens, to be honest. I want to see her sell. I want to see her sell, but I want to see a reason to sell. Like I want to see her break and then, you know, come down to the downside. Let's see if we can see that happening on the 5 minutes. No. So I want to see her break. Give me like, you know, this looks good though. This looks good, but you have to be very careful. I want to see her break and close below here and give me something like that. So I'll be waiting to see what she does at this zone. I'll be waiting to see how she does at this zone. This is like, I don't like this kind of break. I want to see a full, you know, this is, I won't call this a break. I'll look at it on the 15 minutes. Nothing happened there. Nothing happened there. Yeah. Looking at it on the 15 minutes, nothing happened there. So I want to see a church happen around here. Okay. Full-bodied church. Like I want to see a candle really break and close below here. Then I wait for a pullback, okay, and see how to get in on that trade. So until she actually breaks here for me, I'm not going into any trade. I want to see her break and close, okay. There's even a possible reason to drop and turn around from here, but not for so long. Let's just be watching, because using from the 4-hour, we can clearly see that baby is really pushing down. Okay, she's really pushing down. So all the way, clear this liquidity. I'll take her down to here if I was trading on the 4-hour. To be honest, if I was trading on the 4-hour, I'm taking her down there. So if I'm taking her down there on the 4-hour, I guess if you're trading on the 15 minutes, you go for it. Go for it. So you have to wait. Let her break and close below here. Okay. Wait for your pullback. Wait for your pullback. And then get this baby all the way down to this place. Okay, so this is my idea. However, you should be ready to know that if she comes back up, you want to see her do that. Okay, I want to see her do that. Let's go to EU. Ooh, we're already past time. Okay, let me do GJ. GJ showed me Pepe last week, but we shall survive this week. So I'm going to just, let me just take you to another platform for GJ, probably the O&A, for the FXCM. All right, so we have GJ here. We have GJ. This girl is looking so bullish. Like she's looking so bullish. We are only 7 in class. Wow. Ooh, beautiful. So looking at this, you can clearly see GJ is a beautiful downtrend going on. And then with the downtrend, a bit of, you know, a bit of in-between structure here going on. And this was the last low. Okay, she gave us a pullback. All right, she didn't beat this low, and she's heading for liquidity on the monthly right there. She's heading for liquidity on the monthly from what I see. So she would clear that liquidity. So she's still on her way up. We're watching. She's still on her way up. And if she beats that, she could be coming to clear liquidity up there. So we are watching carefully what she's trying to do. Because if she had continued with this downtrend, she will be giving you another low, but she's not. She's not giving us another low. She just came here to create liquidity, and she's not giving us another low. She's more, it looks like a consolidation moving sideways on the monthly, but on lower time frames, it's a strong uptrend to this. We are expecting her to clear that. Okay. Not to assume, but we follow where we see liquidity, because that's where the market makers are gunning for. Okay, so let's go to the weekly. Oh, my mentees can tell. They can tell my brain is clear. Oh my God. Last week was a roller coaster for me. All right, this looks clear enough on the weekly, an uptrend. I see, and she's giving us another high. I see no reason why we should be selling GJ, but let's keep going on the daily time frame. All right. GJ is a strong uptrend, man. I don't see it any other way, but let's keep going. Let's see. We're getting closer to the market now. We can clearly see uptrend going. You can see your, higher highs and the higher lows. Okay. She clearly gave us another high. So if you are just going to concentrate on what's going on right now, you can clearly see, somebody will call it a bullish flag. Let's see, using with what we see here. Okay. This looks good. So using this anyways, we want to see what's going on. And I'm just seeing that she's rising up. All right. I'm seeing that she's rising up. Looks like a bit of a consolidation going up too. Can clearly see, but I would rather want to believe this as an uptrend. So somebody will call it a bullish flag, and that she could still pop off and then continue up to that point on the daily time frame. But let's keep watching. So we've seen this, we've seen an uptrend, we've seen a small they call it, what do they call it again? Parallel channel going to the upside, and maybe a bit of a pullback before she goes in, but let's keep watching. On the 4-hour, OGJ stuff. All right, so looking at the 4-hour, I see she came down to tap on that point of interest right there. Tap on that point of interest right there, and she's still on her way to the top. Still on her way to the top. Looking at it, still on her way to the top, clearly on her way to the top. Came back here and, started moving up. But let's open it up and see what's going on here. Because I'm trying to see a reason she's pulling back. Yes. So why is she pulling back though around here is what we want to know, because there's a gap right there and she's respecting that gap. So let's see what's happening on the 1-hour. Okay, so looking at the 1-hour, I know I see what she's trying to do right now. She came to fill this gap and is pulling down. And for people that trade gap to gap, they will want to trade, down to this gap right here. There's a gap right here. All right. They want to trade down to this gap right here. But for someone like me, I'm clearly seeing something else. I'm seeing an inverted heads and shoulders. So even if she's coming down, I'll be looking at her to come down back to this area. All right. Back to this area. I'll be looking to see her come down back to this area over here. All right, like, okay. To be safe, you could actually wait or enter another entry below here for that gap, for that gap. All right. But we are more interested in the buy than the sell. So I don't want to see anybody selling. You don't want to be selling. You want to wait for her to pull back and, you know, give us a good buy. All right. We don't know if she's going to pull back to here. That's not what we know. But we want to see her come back down to this zone and give us, you know, a pull up. When she comes back down, that is when I will get interested. I'm not interested until I see her pull back to that zone, all right, to see what she's planning to actually do. So I see that. And even if we concentrate on here and say, let me look at it on the 4-hour again and say, let's just follow the trend and use a pullback and break of structure. I would like to see it on a very low time frame, probably on the 5 minutes. Yeah, so she's definitely planning to pull down a bit. All right, she's definitely planning to pull down a bit. All right. Definitely planning to pull down a bit. Even if I did this and looked at her from there. We don't know exactly where she's coming to. So if you are more of, I'm not going to wait for the buy, I want to catch the sells. If you're more of that kind of person, you have to be careful because you're actually going against the trend. You're trying to catch a pullback. All right. If you're that kind of person, you should be wary of other blocks. You should be very wary of other blocks. So here she's broken this zone. Beautiful. She might be going for the next zone, but you have to wait for that pullback. So if you're going to be selling on a lower time frame, you have to be careful because she can turn back. That's like a counter trend. She can turn back anytime. All right. So looking at GJ holistically, I'll be wary of, you know, I'll be wary of zones like that she could turn back, she could do anything. You cannot be sure. So that is why you don't trade like that. You use 5 minutes for probably your SLs, you know, use it for your SLs and so on and so forth, because she could come down here and keep going. You never know. You don't know where she's coming down to. But using using this, she could probably be coming down all the way here. And then using my heads and shoulders, she could probably be coming down here. She could come down here and take off. She could come down here and take off. But she's bullish. She's bullish. She's actually bullish. GJ is bullish. So we are not really sure what she's planning to do. Wait till Monday. Don't jump into any trade. By then, she might have reached here. You know, she might have reached here, or she might have reached here. And then we'll now start looking for our reversal patterns. And on the low, start looking for our reversal patterns on the low. So be very careful. If you are planning to sell, it's for a short time. All right. So we are looking to be bullish, either from here or from here. All right. So we're waiting to be bullish either from here or from there, because this looks like a serious pull to the downside to continue the trend. Okay. So this is my analysis on GJ. I think the last one is EU, and we call it a day. Let me see those that are here. Same people. Hey, Mr. Chidi, how are you? Can you tell that my head is clear now? So let's look at EU. Ooh, what is this? Oh my God. I think EU confused me a bit last week. This is how my brain looked last week. All scattered. All right, let's see. This is EU. Yeah, the code has cleared as well. Yes. Oh my God, that code nearly killed me. All right, so let's look on the monthly time frame. Let's see what she was doing through, because I hardly trade EU, to be honest. I hardly trade EU, so I don't know. I don't know what she's doing, to be honest. Looking at it, I see a downtrend. This is for the person that requested EU. I see a downtrend. I don't even remember who the person is. Let me see. Who was the person that requested EU? If the person is still here. Oh, it was Antoinette. She's still here. All right, so this is EU, and can clearly see a downtrend going on. Okay, beautifully. All right, so I want to see. All right, so that was the last move. So looking at it, let me just pull my fib and expect to see what she's doing. Just like GU, she's actually at that zone, right, for the sell. Yeah, she's actually at that zone for the sell. Ah, pilot, you came late. I'm going today. I'm going, pilot. I'm going. You came late. No. I've already done 4. Pilot, no, not me and you today. No. Analyze it and send it to me directly. I'll look at it for you, okay? So this is it. All right, I'm expected to see on the monthly, she's actually resting at a very strong sell zone. EU is resting at a very strong sell zone from the monthly. Exactly, correlation, Sam. That's great. So it's just like G, you can see what she's doing. This one won't even take us 2 minutes. Let's be going on the weekly time frame. Now let's see. And if she's, oh my God, she's so clear. EU is so clear. And I want to just face EU for this week, to be honest, EU and gold. She's so clear. If she's coming, she's already giving me my heads and shoulders. If she's coming for this place on the weekly sell. You can trade her all the way down here. That's a lot of money. Wow. Wow, she's giving me solid heads and shoulders. Oh my God, EU is going to melt. EU is going to melt down here. All the way to give us a new low down there. But we cannot, we're just using our, EU is so clear, man. EU is so clear. I like what I see. She's even clearer than GU. I used to wonder why people like EU a lot. I can see why. Although she's slower than GU, she's much clearer. Much clearer. All right, so she's currently on a downtrend, no doubt about it. She's currently, and this place is a tough area from the monthly. Don't play. She's selling like crazy, just like what we saw with GU, to be honest. This is our downtrend right here. And she's resting on a point of interest right here. So understand that she will definitely react to this. She will definitely react to this. And, but our own is, okay, where is she pulling back to for the next sell? All right, so this is the daily time frame. I'm going to still come back all the way low. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame and let's see what this baby has for us. And it looks very clean to me. She looks clean. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. So I remember on the daily, I saw another block she could be coming back to. I think it was around here. What did I see? Around here. I think it was here. I saw that. All right. Nice other block right there. She tapped into it and pulled back. And let's see on the 4-hour what she's up to. Okay, on the 4-hour, what is she up to? You can clearly see the downtrend. This one is no joke. You can clearly see the downtrend. Even if you are blind, you can clearly see the downtrend. And looking at the downtrend, I don't have to stress myself because I have a tool I can use to check her next move, if you know what I mean. I can easily check for her next move because these are my legs. These are my legs. A low. All right. That was the last low and the last high. And the last low, next high, low, high, and then this was her last move before she started pulling up. All right. She might actually be pulling up to this. There's a lot of gap here. Okay, even going with the trend line for those that trade trend lines, going with the trend line. All right. People that like it, they'll say, but I don't know how to draw trend lines, to be honest. I just connect it one way or another. People that draw trend lines really try. I don't know how they do it, to be honest. All right, so it might be coming back all the way here. We are just looking for the right place to sell. All right, we're looking for the right place to continue this sell. All right, so that was the last move. Let's see for that bearish. That was the last move for the bearish move. So let's see. She moved down there. This looks good. If she doesn't give us a reason to sell from here, I would wait for her to get back to this other block. I mean, because there's a lot of gap, so you have to be careful. But let's see. Let's just use our fib and see something. Pull back. Okay, this was the last move before the last move. So she didn't pull back all the way here. And then there's another block. So there are so many places she can pull back to. So you have to be patient and wait for the right place. All right. So let's see. I'm going to delete this. Okay, no, put it back. So she could pull back here and drop. But looking at this one, there's one here and there's another right there. She could pull back to. All right. So you see, you have to be careful. She has zones to actually pull back to. All right. So there are three possibilities here. If she doesn't react here, don't get in. So these are the possibilities of the 4-hour time frame. This down, this down, or this. How come I didn't see this with the GU? How come I didn't see this with the GU? Why didn't the GU give me this kind of So there are three possibilities she could be pulling back to, but react to the one that you can see. If you see on the 15 minutes time frame, let's see if she's giving us something to work with. On the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, this was why we saw that with GU. So we are not sure. Like I said, I want to see her break this place for me to confirm that sell. If not, baby girl will be going up to this place to drop, or she'll be going up higher to drop. So you have to be careful. All right. Let me go back to that GU and see. So I think this was exactly the same issue we had with GU because I was like, she hadn't broken here and I'm not really comfortable with until I see a serious break below. I'm not ready to take a risk with that. I would rather wait for her to pull up. All right. So if she's going to be pulling up on the 4-hour, let's see, she would likely, so you have three possibilities for that sell. You have this one, you have that one, you have this one. All right. So yes, so this is my idea. I'm not, I'll just draw it out. So right, so this is my idea. Okay, this to here, to here, to here. See, so we have to be really, really careful. All right, so she's either going to drop here or drop here or drop here. Right, so and she's not really ready for that sell until she breaks below on the 15 minutes. And even if she breaks below on the 15 minutes, to be a short sell, looks like it will be a short sell because she still needs to fill that gap above. So we have to be careful. Just like in GU, we're just going to go back to GU and we're just going to go back to GU. Let's look at it. So you see, the same thing happened with GU. We were not even sure. Looking at the 15 minutes as well, we are waiting for her. Now, I want to see whether she had the same gap up to fill. Oh, you see, we missed that. Yeah, so if, like I said, if she breaks above here, you want to buy up to those zones on the 4 hour. See, it was clearer to see on the on EU, but now you see we had to come back here and look at things. So look at it this way. Yes, there's a church. We saw that church here. Yeah, but then there's a lot of gaps. I remember, yes, she tapped into this, no doubt. She really tapped. You see the difference. Even if you're looking at correlation, you have to be objective, because correlation doesn't mean they will go exactly the same way. You have to be careful. So every man for himself. She actually tapped into this place, right? If you look closely, you see she tapped into this place. So GU might say, I'm not ready for that. I just want to keep going. Or she comes and fills up some more and drops. But you see the difference for EU didn't even go up at all. So this is why even with correlation, you have to look for extra reasons. You see, do you see the difference? EU did not tap into this at all. So you have to be really, really careful. You have to be really, really careful. EU did not tap into this at all. And I can't remember doing this. I think it was Oanda. Yeah. Oh, so this, I had already done this analysis before. Okay, I think I did it with one of my private mentorship. I already did this analysis before. So see the difference? EU never tapped into it, but GJ did her bit. So you have to be really careful. All right, guys, I'll be dropping the recording. Pilot, I'm so sorry. Next time, darling, I'll be dropping the recording. And then anybody on my YouTube channel, anybody that can have the time to watch it, can just go there and learn some things and see what they... So I already actually dropped... Oh, I did this with my private mentorship people. Yeah. So this was what we... Exactly. Oh, my God. You cannot make these things up. You're welcome, Sam. You're welcome. So there's an announcement. If you have any female in Lagos, this is happening on International Women's Day. So I'm willing to help any woman in Lagos that will be excited about learning how to trade Forex. It's free. This is free. It's going to be like a workshop. So you can invite and, call them to come through. It's free. We're going to have a good time. These are all traders in their aspects. I mean, This one is more of, she's more of a financier of the kingdom, this lady. But you see these two ladies, they are all about trading. This is my mentee. She was one of my mentees, but she's gone ahead to do great things for herself. So if you have any woman that is in Lagos that is interested in trading, I will be giving a lot of things for free, you know, and I'll be teaching on that day with these women. So just to promote Forex for women in Lagos, in Nigeria, not Lagos, because we're going to hopefully go to other places in Nigeria. So thank you so much. I'll share the flyer on the group so you can share to any female that will be interested. It's free. All right. And I'll be glad to see, especially newbies that have not, they don't know anything about Forex. I'll be willing to coach from beginning, because I know most coaches don't like to coach from the beginning. That's my specialty. And I would love to coach any woman, all right, from 8th of March. So thank you so much. Have a lovely rest of the weekend. Rest well. Don't jump into the market. Sit on your hands. Have a lovely day. Bye.